Okay, in this exercise, I'm going to be showing you a ear training drill where you're going to be identifying pitches that you hear. So we're going to listen to, in this example, I'm going to play a one-note drone track right here, and then I'm going to listen to one note at a time and figure out what the notes are as they're playing. Now, you can do this with 1, 2, 3, or 4 notes. You don't have to do them with one. You could do them with multiple. If you get better at this, you could start doing more and more. I'm just going to show you one note at a time, and then you can either choose doing a one chord backing track, which I think is pretty difficult. Let's start with silent listening. This one here means that you're just going to listen to the notes as they go by, and then you're going to guess what they are as you hear them, just like that, with no track in the background. But I think it's very difficult to do that at first, so you'd want to start with doing a one note drone, right? So if we go over here, then you're going to be able to hear a one note drone playing as I listen to the notes as they go by. Okay, so that way you have a reference tone that you can refer back to figure out what that note is. So you're really more relying on relative pitch here to be able to identify what the notes are. The next concept here is going to be whether you listen, if you've got you can listen to either all the notes in the alphabet, or you can do just A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or you can just do like 2 or 3 letters. If you're just starting this, do just a couple letters and figure out, the difference between just 2 or 3, and then start adding more and more as you get better at this. If you want to, you can do more than one note, and then you could start doing either melodic or harmonic groupings of notes. You can challenge yourself more that way. So let's just start simple here. I'm actually going to head to my channel here real quick, and we're going to head to the playlist section over here, and you're going to go to view full playlist right there, and we're going to play all here. I'll start with the letter F, and I'll just start the exercise basically. See if I can get this to a reasonable volume level. I think maybe if I do just a little bit more. Yeah, so that'll be okay for the volume of this drone. And then we're just going to listen to the notes as they go by. Okay, just a little louder. Maybe like right there. So, this is an A note. Scroll up and see that. So this is going to be D. A flat, D, this sounds like E flat. Alright, let's choose a different letter now. I'll go to D. Oh yeah, this is E flat, right? C. Again, a C. That's an E flat again. Now that one, so essentially I'm using this D as a reference tone. So I'm working my way from D to E flat, I know. Da, da, da. I know that's a half step, which is just a minor second interval. And so now obviously a half step up from D is going to be E flat, but I also remembered the sound of E flat that I just heard a few notes ago. I remember hearing this sound, so as soon as I heard it, I knew it was an E flat. I didn't have to calculate the difference between D to E flat. I remember hearing this sound previously. Okay, so the better you get at this, the more you'll be able to just remember the sound of a certain note you heard before, so you instantly know what it is. It should be an F. Oh, sorry. See, I mess up on this too sometimes. That's, yeah, G. D flat, C sharp, same thing. D. That's A. B flat. I remember hearing that sound just a moment ago, but I forgot what the letter is. So, B flat? No, just a B. Okay, my bad. A. Okay. Let's try another letter. We're gonna go for the F sharp. Actually, we already did one in F, right? Let's go to B. This one's hard. C flat. So that works out. Not a C flat. I'm in a F. The way I know that is that I know that a tritone compared to B, an F is the tritone, and there's no other note that's. If it sounds this creepy with a B or an F playing at the same time, you know it's one or the other. That should be a D sharp, E flat, C sharp, C. Oh, what? Yeah, D. Alright, so I'm gonna try to do this with two notes melodically. It's an E. An E and a D. That sounds like a G. And an E flat. So it's a B flat and B flat and an A. Okay, that's a little crazy. Let's try a different letter here. I'll go for E. Sounds like a C. Maybe a B flat and a C? No. I'm gonna figure out, even though I got the answer wrong, I'm still gonna try to figure out. Like, I'm not just gonna be like, oh, the answer was D, alright, let me move on. I'm actually gonna calculate this. I know I got the C right. Da, 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 da. So that was a lower note. Da, 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 da. So I can calculate from C to D right there. I just wanted to calculate that even though I got it wrong. That helps to correct yourself. In fact, that's where the learning happens. You can't just give yourself the answer and be like, oh, that was the answer. Alright, I'm gonna try another one. No. After you get the right answer, listen again and like calculate it and be like, oh, I see, that's the distance between E to A, you know, like that's, now I see, you know, you have to like think about it and picture it and visualize and listen to it again and like be sure, like, oh, okay, that's the distance. You don't just look at the answer and be like, dang, I got it wrong, I'm gonna try another one. No, you know the answer, but like think about it again, calculate it again, look at it again. So basically you do the same letter a few times until you get it a few times consistently in a row. you're not gonna want to change the letter even if you got it right. This isn't like a test that this isn't like a test that you just do one question after the next and you check it off, you got this one right. It's not a checklist that you go, oh, you got this right, oh, you got this right, oh, you got this right. Nah, you're gonna wait on every answer. Like say you're on a math test, you're gonna calculate the answer, and then you're gonna be like, okay, well, I'm gonna do that problem again, and you calculate the answer again to double check your work, and you're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna do that answer again, so you triple check your work, or you quadruple or quintuple check your work. You're gonna do each letter multiple times before moving on to the next letter, so that it really gets installed into your brain. You don't want to just do one letter and then be done with it and move on to the next letter. And if you get it wrong, just forget about it and try to go to the next letter. If you get it wrong, you do it again and again and again until you get it right. If you get it right, you do it again and again and again so you don't get it wrong. If that makes sense. Now we're going to try doing this harmonically. This will be sort of the hardest thing, and we're going to see how this goes. We'll try E because I haven't really done. So. B flat, D flat? Yeah, that's a C sharp is the same as a D flat. So. Is that an F? Two F sharps? Oh, two Fs. Let me hear this again. That doesn't sound like a minor second. La, la, la. That la, la, la. It's a little bit off. La, la, la. It's not a minor second. It's a little bit closer to a major second. I think these are two slightly off tune. That sounds more like happy birthday. La, 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 la. Yeah, it's definitely a major second there, so it's a little bit off. A minor second would sound more like la, la, la. It's like la, 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 Man, I don't know. Maybe I just don't really hear that. So, alright, let's try another one. This is going to be a B and an E. So we have a G. Sounds like a G and a D. How do I get that? La, La. Oh, right, this is C sharp to E. I was thinking E up to a G. G. I messed up there. This is lower than the E. And then, of course, wow, that was unfortunate. And then from C sharp, that should be a G sharp, which I guess is an A flat. Okay. It's a lot harder with two notes, guys. La. Sounds like a B in there, and so A, B. Okay. Alright, so we're going to stop this here. This is a great exercise to work on, and I highly recommend to sink a lot of time into this. And eventually you'll be able to sort of do this just by listening to this by itself, but I'm going to show you in another video how that works a little better. Okay, so yeah.